Hey, folks, welcome back to Let's Play Rex Central 4. I think I'm reading the wrong thing on my screen. It's actually Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto. Sorry, Grand Theft Auto popped in my head because I was listening to Spontanea Nation while getting my steps in today. It is a defunct podcast. There's no new episodes of it. The last episode is like 2 or 3 years old at this point, but I still go back and listen to it, and that is the source of the host going off on a bit of riffing about Grand Theft Auto, the most noble and classy of crimes. Anyway, glad that Trevor's still in his suit. Interesting doings in the last video. We've hit upon a big climactic point in the plot. I mean, I'm a small-time Let's Player on a Saturday night. I'm a small-time Let's Player on a Saturday night. Yeah, I'm just like just a lonely boy. Damn, I can't remember that. I was trying to reference a song. I'm not trying to get into a serious thing about whether I have companionship in life. I was trying to reference a song about a lonely boy. Um, but no, yeah, I'm a small time Let's Player, but I know there's a few folks watching. Like, let me know in the comments if the story is making sense to you, because I think this game more than any other game I've played really likes to use bombast to sort of gloss over the weaker points of the story. Because at long last, we'd now revealed that Brad, who was mentioned a few times, almost always by Trevor, Brad is the third member of the three-person heist from before the main game started. Like, we had our little like a kind of a tutorial mission but like the real game starts with you playing as Franklin and stealing cars, and then you meet Michael and the game really takes off. But we had our little our prologue where there was a three-person crew of Michael, Trevor, and then the third, and that was Brad. And now we know Trevor had spent years thinking that Michael died in the heist and that Brad went to prison. But in fact, Brad died and Michael went into witness protection. Except that doesn't make any sense. It's like obviously somebody at Rockstar is a huge fan of the film Goodfellas. It's parody, like, this Bad Fellas is like a parody poster in some of the GTA games. Ray Liotta, who, no disrespect to Ray Liotta, but it is by far his biggest film. Like, he was in other films, including Cocaine Bear. But Goodfellas was his big movie in a way that for the other two major stars of the film, it's amongst their great films. For Ray Liotta, Goodfellas was his big movie. And Ray Liotta, for me, for him, like, he's been interviewed about it over the years. Yeah, okay, skip ahead like 10 minutes and we'll be playing the game, I guess. Ray Liotta was, of course, he voiced Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is my favorite Grand Theft Auto game and one of my favorite games ever. And, like, I'd heard him interviewed about it over the years, like, just on talk shows, and he doesn't bring Grand Theft Auto up. But being asked about it, he's just kind of like, yeah, it's amazing. Like, I don't play video games. I've never played that video game. But, like, the amount of people who will come up to me and tell me how much they loved that character from that video game is amazing. So it's kind of like flattered. Like, I mean, he seemed pretty genuine about that. He's like, yeah, like I guess it's nice that people appreciated that work, and he didn't get into it any deeper than that because it's unlikely that he considered it a serious acting performance the way he would a role in a film, because he was in a sound booth reading lines, and he did a way better job of it than his average amongst, like there's so many games with bad voice acting, and it's not like modern voice acting. Like, I'm pretty sure in Red Dead, by the time of Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, like, scripted scenes, some of the lines would be, okay, we're going to spend 2 days in a recording booth, and you're going to do a bunch of just, like, random lines that you could say at any point during a gunfight. But other scenes, like Dutch and Arthur arguing about the future of the gang, I'm pretty sure it was those two actors in the same room together. I don't know that for a fact. Why am I bringing all this up? Oh, well, I was going somewhere with this. Goodfellas. Yeah, Goodfellas. So Michael is, like, this game, is doing this intentional thing where it's got three protagonists that are kind of echoing classic GTA protagonists, and Michael is echoing Tommy Vercetti. And Tommy Vercetti was this kind of weird thing where somebody took the Miami Vice TV show, and including that was what, Crockett and Tubbs, and the actor who played Tubbs. Because Miami Vice is a TV show. Again, skip ahead another 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, maybe I'll play the game. No, but Miami Vice is this crazy '80s show. It's two Vice cops, and they're driving around in Lamborghinis and dressed in super expensive suits, and none of it makes any sense. But it's cool as fuck, but it doesn't actually make any sense. And they're like, okay, well, we'll take that whole look and feel, and we'll make it about guys who are criminals selling drugs instead of Vice cops. And to be honest, it makes more sense that Lance Vance, a drug dealer, is driving around Lamb. I guess the premise of Vice City, or of Miami Vice, is that they were driving these fancy cars and dressing in those suits because they were undercover as drug dealers, but they were really cops. Maybe that was what it was. I haven't watched an episode of Miami Vice in many years. But yeah, Tommy Vercetti is voiced by Ray Liotta, and he's reflected in Michael, but like, Ray Liotta is famous for playing the character in Goodfellas, and spoilers for Goodfellas if you've never seen it, which you should, because it's one of the great movies of all time. Goodfellas is about these three guys who are dealing, they're committing crimes for the mafia, and one of them ends up getting himself killed, and the other one is going to kill the third one, and the third one, who's played by Ray Liotta, ends up going states. He's I'm blanking on the term now. He's state's evidence. He betrays the other by testifying to the cops and puts the rest of them in jail and goes into witness protection. And it's based on a true story. And like now, I guess the guy who it was based on his name is now publicly known, and he's done interviews and shit because it's been so long. But yeah, like it's got a lot of great dialogue, including this guy bitching about how he had it all and now he lives in fucking Iowa and you can't get good Italian food. It's like fucking damp noodles with they can't make marinara sauce. It's like ketchup on egg noodles when you try to order he's in goddamn Iowa and he wants spaghetti marinara and he's getting egg noodles and ketchup, and like this is his penance that he's paying. So I think, yeah, the people, they're somewhat at Rockstar. And of course, Miami, Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 5 are many years apart in production. But obviously they loved Goodfellas. So like the idea of this like washed up mafioso in witness protection is probably appealing. But they're way off track because, he's not in Iowa like eating egg noodles and ketchup. He's living in a fucking mansion. And then the whole storyline of like, well, how is he in witness protection? It doesn't make any sense. Like, they wouldn't need his testimony to put away Trevor. I pay it like help me out here. Let me know if it's ever explained. Jump in, comment on the video where it's finally made clear. Maybe I spoke over Dave Norton and Michael having a conversation where it happens. But Dave Norton and Michael were in cahoots together. And somehow they cut a deal where Dave Norton became a big hero for breaking up this bank heist. And Michael ended up becoming, having a mansion in Vinewood. And it doesn't make sense. It's clearly, Trevor is clearly legitimately upset that he got betrayed and Brad got killed. And Michael's argument is he seems to be saying, shit didn't go the way I wanted it to. I guess Michael's intention was that they all got arrested and Trevor and Brad would go to jail but still be alive and he would end up in Vinewood where he was supposed to be. I don't understand. It's just they scream at each other a lot to kind of fill in the cracks of the story. But it's pretty clear that although Trevor is a goddamn psycho, and I don't like Trevor because he murdered Johnny Schnabitz, he's still the one who's morally in the right here. Whereas Michael, who just seems like a much more cool and kind of relatable character with his family drama and his kid like his kids don't respect him, and his wife is cheating on him with the tennis coach Maxfield Stanton, and or Fabian, and all this shit. Like he's relatable, except for the fact that like we're finally finding out now. No, he's a scumbag who sold out all of his friends. And Franklin, who's just kind of in the middle, probably needs to like be in on this big heist and then stay the fuck away from all of them forever, which I think is the canon ending. Is that, you know, in GTA Online, which is set after this game, Franklin does appear, and you can do missions for Franklin as the silent as the silent protagonist of GTA Online. Yeah, I think that is ultimately what's going to happen, if I remember correctly. It says, you know, the big heist is over, and the credits roll, and Franklin goes on in the online universe to just be a guy who has lots of money and is having fun being a criminal. So good for him, I guess. But no, like this last 10, 12 minutes of just me rambling has been about the fact that there's some really compelling and dramatic things going on, but none of them make any goddamn sense. There's got to be like one big piece that I'm completely missing that makes it make sense, because otherwise it's like, how do you go into witness protection for being captured in a heist with other people who are not famous, connected mafia types? Like, you go into, you turn state's evidence against somebody who is higher up than you in an organization, right? Like all the Trump trials, they're trying to get people in Trump's orbits to turn over on him because they think there's a mafia style thing with him, you know, conspiring to, you know, overturn elections and shit. Trying to get like Weisenberg or whatever his name was to admit that Trump gave him direct orders to commit criminal acts in financial cases and shit. Like, it's always because there's somebody who's higher up in an organization. Not like Trump's not the only person who's ever been accused of crimes of this nature, but you know, somebody, like, there has to be a bigger fish. So if Michael, Brad, and Trevor were three, like, just hoodlum crooks who go out and commit crimes, like, in this GTA world of criminality where, like, it's not organized. It's just random people going off committing crimes and evading police detection, and, like, you know, in a world where cops stop looking for you when you have evaded 3 stars worth of attention, and they don't continue to investigate crimes after the crime has been committed and a person escaped from the scene undetected. You know, there's no... You have to have storyline mafia stuff going on, which some of the games have, before state's evidence makes sense. So now we spent half of the video talking. But where we really are is that Trevor now knows that the Chinese, who are an organization where people might potentially turn each other and have state's evidence, they now have Michael because they think that's going to get him to come to them. But Trevor basically wants Michael dead at this point anyway and doesn't care. So where the story will potentially get interesting, I think the next thing that has to happen is, when is Franklin going to find out what's happened to Michael? Because Franklin has no idea. But seeing as I spent like goddamn half of a video just chatting about nonsense, we probably want to look for something silly and minor to do, like, oh, well, you know what? Trevor's so goddamn far away from the main story. Maybe the thing to do is actually to switch to Franklin. Can't switch to Michael because he's held by the Chinese. Well, we could even have Franklin call... No, wait. I would have Trevor call Franklin just to be curious if the game has him say, hey, oh, by the way, I thought I would let you know that Michael's been captured by the Chinese.
Hey, I'm going, man, before you take advantage.
That's right. Don't take no shit from the 24/7 market, folks. All right, let's switch back to Trevor and see if we can call Franklin, and if that turns into hanging out. Now that I've wasted an entire half of a video just talking, this is the problem with these. I've got it all broken up now where I do these 3 video recording sessions. So, like, I can spend half of a video just talking nonsense at the beginning, and then that eats up a big chunk of... big chunk of time. Not Jimmy. I guess we could have him hang out with Jimmy.
Shit!
Oh, he's angry about the fact that he can't hang out with him. Let's hang out with Jimmy. I almost hope this doesn't go through.
James, it's your Uncle Trevor. I thought we could hang out.
Uncle T, back from the dead. Again. Sure, let's hang.
Great. I'll be there soon.
Okay, so I think I have to label this video "Do not watch, no progress." But I like the idea that, okay, for one thing, now he's inexplicably up here in the Alamo Sea. So let's go get drunk with Michael's son now that we've left Michael for dead. He takes care of the place while the master's away. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure we can now. Okay, I think this is a good use of our time. Let's go have Trevor get drunk with Michael's son, because now he believes that Michael is dead, or is going to be dead soon. And I'm sure that the dialogue between them will have nothing to do with that, because probably we could have had them hang out several times by this point. So whatever the intro dialogue of them going on friendship dates is, that'll still be happening. Oh, and he's at the liquor store.
Let's do this.
Why is he here?
My favorite uncle.
So there's nothing to do up here except darts. Well, that's too bad. I would assume there would have been drinking that could have been done up here. We can't take it to the hen house. We own it. I mean, I don't want to drive all the way into the city.
I'm so
Just
glad we're hanging out, T.
Good.
Because me and my dad, we're not speaking right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's an asshole, Uncle T.
I know. I agree, Jimbo. He's one prize ass.
That's why I left him to
His whole
die.
life is just one long manifestation of assholeness. He's ruined you, hurt me, and fucked his life up.
Sometimes I wish you were my dad.
oh,
I
that's
can
not.
see
That's
why.
messed up.
The thing is, us guys, we need role models, and your dad ain't much of one. Uncle T, on the other hand, I'm just a better guy.
Yep.
When fate finally catches up, man, he will be fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up considering the situation. It would be messed up anyway. I mean, this would be a fucked up thing to be saying to the son anyway, but it's a little worse right now. I think we should be able to get drunk, not just play darts. Come on. This pool isn't a thing in this game.
How's everything?
Wanna destroy the dartboard with me?
I understand the rules of darts, so I won't worry too much about whether we win. Oh, setting aim by holding R2. This will only last a moment. Okay. Yep. Entering is triple. You have to go out on a double or a triple, and you have to go out on an even number of points. Or, I mean, you have to get your... Yeah, you start at 180. But if you don't know how darts work, I'm not going to explain right now.
Crazy traffic for the site. Que bolote. Whatever.
Okay.
precision aim. That's like my thing, dog.
Mm-hmm. Way the fuck off there. All right, I don't know if it.
That's a bullseye.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters that it's really tough to get a bunch right there, and
If I catch you cheating, I will kill you.
but like once you've got one up here, it's kind of tough to get any more up there because they get in each other's way. That's a 20. I think I left myself room for one more. Ah, fuck, way off.
He's throwing mad darts.
Yeah, you can throw darts. Big whoop.
Okay, 11 remaining. So what I want is double 5 and a 1.
One dart. Can you do it? You gotta, like, aim at the board.
All right, fuck you, Jimmy.
Board's there.
And with that, it's over. Sick.
All right. Autosave from
Uncle T.
autosave from taking Jimmy out and not even
I
drinking.
get it if you got to attend to your business, but I'm cool to keep hanging out if you are.
Yeah, I would have liked to take the kid drinking, but apparently in this place that has like mostly liquor stores and bars, none of them count. Would like this one doesn't count as a bar, for example. Maybe we can't take him drinking, but there's a maybe that's what it is. I know it would be ridiculous in a Rockstar game. I thought I saw.
Wow, that's crazy.
Maybe that's what it is. You guys can tell me. You can go back. We had the screen up before we'd done our first activity before, and usually there's little pictures of like a martini glass which represents drinking. But maybe because he's underage, they won't let us drink with him, even though it's I know that would be a ridiculous thing, but it could be. How crazy would that be? A game where you can like bang hookers and then kill them to get your money back. They might have it so that you can't. There's no children that appear in this game for you to be able to kill, like Fallout style, where they have children can be knocked unconscious but not killed. I don't know that there's anything in this game where you can hurt kids. Like maybe there are special Rockstar rules, and we can't get drunk with Jimmy. So they should have some dialogue here. But because he said, I understand if you got to attend to your business, but we picked him up at the liquor store way out of town from where he lives. Go back to your home at the liquor store. Unless this counts as us drinking. No.
Here we are, kid.
Your home, the liquor store.
Uncle T, it's good having you around.
Especially now that my dad is doomed to be murdered by Chinese. Not just Chinese, I mean specifically Chinese criminals. All right, well. Let's switch over to Franklin. And this has been a bit of a non-video, huh? I didn't mean for this one to be quite as crappy as it is, but did I buy all the businesses I intended to buy with Franklin?
Fuck this dog.
Fuck this dog. That's ridiculous. I don't want you to do that. The Grove Street Garage. I guess we could go buy, it's like, what can we do with this video before it's over now? Because, I think up next we're going to do the next Devon mission. But it does feel a little, wait, where are we? We're super close to the Devon mission. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll initiate the Devon mission. And then we'll, or I could call Trevor. I could call Jimmy. Can hang out with Jimmy. Alright, they're not allowed to hang out right now because it would be probably too weird that Michael doesn't come up at all. But at 1:30 in the morning, can we call Jimmy? Let's have this video be hanging with Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's up, man? It's Franklin. I thought we should do something, dog.
Yes, excellent. Let's do this.
It's happening, man.
All right. Well, luckily for us, Jimmy has teleport powers because he's back in Los Santos faster than it is possible for him to have gotten here. Like, he could not have just gotten a cab or driven himself. Like, it's not possible. He has teleportation powers. Even in the overworld, they don't seem to be limited, or at least they're limited in ways that don't prevent him from getting here for a hangout. So now we can. So this will still be a completely stupid, pointless video that no one should watch, but I feel like I'll have gotten a little bit more done. We'll concentrate our dumbass hanging out with Jimmy nonsense into one video. Then we'll get back to missions, and we can check and see. Hey, can we go drink with Jimmy?
Yo, let's bounce.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have one of those bouncy cars.
Holler at you, fam.
Oh, well, apparently we can drink with Jimmy. All right, well,
Good to
never.
see you, my man.
And you too, dude.
Call me Big J.
No.
I was wondering if you'd even hang out, seeing as my dad is an asshole.
Man, look, your dad's okay, man. Give him a break.
No, he's not. He's a liar.
I just want to talk about my dad at all times, okay?
And I'm never
Also, I wanted
speaking
to make you
again.
call me, like, dumb
Man,
rap
stop being
nicknames.
such a whiny bitch. Sure, he's made mistakes, man, but give him a fucking break.
I can't give him a break, F-Dog.
And stop with the F-dog shit.
I'm sorry. I can't give him a break, or then I won't have anyone to blame for my problems.
Well, you
Man,
could.
you don't have any problem.
Yeah, from Franklin's perspective, he doesn't.
Then that's your only problem.
Anyway, so apparently we can drink with him. Maybe Trevor won't drink with him, or maybe we just have to come to Los Santos. I could check the. Well, it won't work now. I could have checked the map to see if there was drinking locations for Franklin up in the Sonora Desert or whatever it's called. No, never mind. This doesn't count as a place to get drunk. I was pretty sure there was a bar up here somewhere. This is obviously a bar. There's even story missions there. Okay, just for hangout purposes, it's not considered a bar. Got it. It's fine. I don't want to go to the strip club. We'll probably just run into Trevor. This is a slightly closer bar if we want to do additional drinking.
Yeah, boy, I'm gangster now. Give it up for F-Dog and Big J.
Don't call us that.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, I can handle my liquor, seriously. I drink a lot, and I don't usually shit the bed.
That's good.
Do you shit the bed, homie? Shut up.
Usually not.
Bed shitter, I knew it.
I guess we could get Jimmy killed. That's always fun.
We haven't got time for that. We've got to keep it interesting. We finally made
Yeah, 3-point turn in the middle of the intersection. It's not that big of a deal.
failure and shame. It's Darwinian
All right, we're sober. Excellent.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Dancing ladies. Oh yeah, the titty bar.
No, I'm thinking regular bar. Let's go destroy our livers and in a way that's a little easier on our pocketbooks. Now that you can't spend way too much fucking money at a regular bar.
Faded, dog, I'm thirsty.
Town in North Yankton erupts in bloodshed.
Can you whip up a souffle using only ingredients from dumpsters? Freaking
All right, let's go to the gay bar together. Michael's son. Son of one of my best friends. Let's go to the gay bar. Oh, it's called Hymen. Maybe it's maybe I'm missing the joke. There's definitely one of these bars that's definitely labeled as like the gay
Now we
bar.
got our drink on. You know what we need?
That's
I
not-
don't know what the fuck we need.
We need some breezies, homie. That's what we need.
You get horny on your own time, dog. I don't think I'm quite ready for some group action with your ass.
We don't have to have sex in the same room. We Well, you could be like my wingman.
Yeah, sure, man. Maybe not today, though, alright?
After all, it is like 9:40 in the morning now. Changing doesn't mean to make me turn like Wolfman Jack, but it just keeps happening, baby.
How's it hanging?
And we could still go to the titty bar, and that's about it. Oh no, we could go get drunk even more. Do we want to? I mean, we're probably never coming back to this. We may never come back to getting drunk with Jimmy. This may be our last chance, and yet I can't help but feel like we've done enough.
News. A policeman in Liberty City was arrested yesterday for taking pictures
You're
of
a
victims
real
of crime
dick.
scenes and posting them on
What?
his life
Is he talking to us?
Officer Daryl Bent initially claimed his page had been hacked. Then he admitted he didn't even know what that meant. Then he said this to reporters.
Dead chicks are really hot, mostly because they aren't wearing their.
Well, there's a movie theater nearby, but going to a like
Mr. Bent has been
the
suspended.
game actually recognizes if you leave a movie early and makes your friend complain. And I don't particularly feel like sitting through the movies to see if they're funny or not. So let's just end this. I think we had enough fun with the fact that the dialogue with Jimmy when you are Trevor consists of telling Jimmy his dad's an asshole. The dialogue with Jimmy when you're Franklin consists of telling him his dad's not an asshole, that it's always just talking about his dad,
It's good to
and that he
hang
can
on.
teleport.
But let me ask you, does this count toward my initiation?
What?
Get your ass out of here, bro.
Good times, homie.
Get your ass out of here, bro. Like, yeah, they also, it's a friends mechanic where you get them to hang out, but like all the dialogue basically reinforces the fact that Franklin fucking hates Jimmy. And why wouldn't he? Jimmy's got that whole unintentional racism thing going on where he's just like, hey, I have a black friend. I want him to call me Big J so that I can call him F-Dog. Like, you know, all that stuff's going on. But anyway, yeah, all right. So this, without making it a video that anyone needed to see, I salvaged something that was like 12 minutes of me just talking about the game into a time-wasting video that still had some content from the game itself. But when we come back next time, though, we're going to jump into the next main story mission. And after that, I might do a Stranger's mission. Like, I just didn't feel like spending screen time getting Trevor back into the city. So maybe after the next story mission, he'll actually be in the city and we can do a Stranger mission with him. Catch you then.